So in other words, do markets usually go absolutely crazy and skyrocket only when fear is at a high level? And actually, you know, and I've been through a number of market cycles. Over 8 years in the game, I've gone through like 4 market cycles here in crypto, maybe more if I'm missing one. And yeah, because what tends to happen is the market is rallying up, usually coming out of a bear market, right? And this one's funny because this bull market has been an 8 times gain from the low, but it felt like a bear market for everybody because everybody wasn't in Bitcoin. They were in shitcoins. So that's contributing to a lot of disappointment. And then, okay, let's say people get the message. A lot of people are now in Bitcoin, whatever, from 70k onwards. Not what happened, but let's just say, you know, you've now got Bitcoin severely underperforming against the S&P 500. So it's just disappointing everybody. But what it's not doing, crucially, what it's not doing is Bitcoin is not losing its market structure. Yes? Take a look at this. Bitcoin has not, despite what you want to say about it, Bitcoin has not lost its market structure. It's still trading sideways in a huge support zone. I mean, this is just sideways consolidation underneath the all-time high. We've already done this here, here, here. We did it here and it didn't work. We did it here. We're doing it again right now. Okay? Consolidating right under the highs that you're about to break. We do it so often. We do it so often. It's a very, very typical pattern that plays out in these markets. Okay, so Bitcoin hasn't lost this. So really what we have is everybody super, super, super depressed as if the market is mega bearish. Now, what are these people going to start doing? These people are going to start selling into the market because fuck this, it's not working. My friend's in stocks and he's making money in stocks or whatever. This is how the psychology plays out. This is probably how a lot of you guys feel right now. Let me know if this is how you feel. Even a little bit. You might not feel it much, maybe just a tiny bit. Let me know in the live chat if any of you guys feel this way. And it's fine to say it. No one's judging here. But, you know, that's how a lot of people are going to feel. They're going to feel like they don't want to stay in this because they've parked their money here and it's either lost or, you know, not justified the risk and the stress that they've taken. So they're going to start selling. Now, who's buying at these levels? I mean, we know that ETFs are being approved right now, consistently. Like, that it's still happening. You know, we know that that's still coming in. We know that major US banks are now taking crypto as collateral for loans. Like Chase. Chase is huge. Chase is now taking collateral for crypto for loans. Zelle is going to be using stable coins for moving money around. Zelle. You guys know what Zelle is in America. So these are things that are still coming out right now. And this is the kind of thing that precedes big price moves. Now, if that's happening to coincide with extremely high fear levels, then all I can see are impatient retail traders and retail investors simply selling into the hands of people that are more patient than them. That's all I see. We haven't even broken market structure. I'd be like, okay, if we broke market structure, then sure, you know, you can like, you know, but what does breaking market structure mean? I mean, you know, we've dropped by 32% here. Everybody that's bearish right now, times fucking 10 probably, were bearish on this 32% drop, and they just fail to understand that Bitcoin is well known to tolerate 32% price drops, 40% price drops. Bitcoin's well known to tolerate them. So why would this be scary? But it was scary for a lot of people. Then we did it again. And those same people lost their minds here too. They're just not cut out for this market, ladies and gents. Not everybody is, and that's okay. You don't have to be. You don't have to be here. Nobody's forcing you to stay in crypto. Even if you lost money, you still don't have to stay here. You don't like it, you don't stay. It's that simple, right? But 32% drops, very, very common for Bitcoin. So, you know, if Bitcoin were to pull off a 32% drop now, that puts it down to $85,000. If it does the maximum drop it's known to survive easily, that's a $75,000 Bitcoin. Are you prepared to survive that? Are you prepared to stick around if that happens? Are you prepared to weather that? Because if not, I mean, you might be one of the sad guys that sold down at these lows. Because there were tons of people that did that. Now, I'm not saying that you will be. Shit, I don't know. You might be a genius for selling right now. I might be writing this thing back down to $1,000, right? I've only been doing this for 8 years. I don't really know what I'm doing. Right? But, but, you know, 32%, you know, that's normal. That's normal in this market cycle. 20%. It's very normal in this market cycle. 22%, whatever. You know, so this low so far is only down by 17, 18%. 20% puts us down at about 101. 22% puts us down at about 98. These are levels that I think are realistic. I don't think that they're, you know, far-fetched, and I don't think that they're scary either. I don't think that they even imply market structure breaking. I don't. Because if falling down to 98K over here, if falling down to this level means that we've broken market structure, then doesn't... What am I doing? What am I doing? We're coming back. Right here. If we say right now that Bitcoin dropping down to 98 would break market structure, then didn't it break market structure when this dip happened? And not by a little bit. This was a minus 12% move. I mean, if you're trading any kind of, you know, breakout style rule that tells you if this is like an organic price move or not, it's always going to tell you at this point that, you know, minus 12% is too much. Minus 3% is enough. Minus 5% if you've got loose tolerance. But minus 12, you would have sold down here. At the literal bottom. The market didn't even get down that low again. I mean, you're instantly a schmuck after like 4 days. You get somewhat nearby again, but nowhere near. And then the market's off. And it doubles from there. It goes way more than double from there. You know, and I don't see how this is any different to what we're doing right now. I'm sorry, I just don't. I just don't. Let's play this forward all the way. Overlay some of this price action here. This looks so real to me. I don't want this to happen. But I don't want to be surprised by it. This is Bitcoin's language. This is how Bitcoin moves. What, just because I don't like it? Bitcoin should do something different? No. That's not how this works. And you know that. You know the markets don't revolve around you and your wishes. Don't try and fool yourself that way, ladies and gents. You're better than that. You're better than that. 109,150 for BTC right here. Sitting pretty decent up at some of these local highs. If Bitcoin can get above some of these local highs right here, let's say above this level and above this wick, we're so close to getting above 109.2. If Bitcoin can get above there, it's probably going to be seeing a nice jump up toward 109.5. Getting above 109.5 probably puts Bitcoin... There's a little bit of resistance here. 109.7, 109.8. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. I think, yeah, 110.3, probably 110.2, a bigger kind of zone of contention. So we'll see how this goes, because it looks like Bitcoin might try and push the ceiling off this level right here pretty soon. So let's see how that goes here. Thank you all for smashing those likes up. We're at 155. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you do smash them up. If you're new to the channel, make sure, of course, that you subscribe as well. Getting time-sensitive analysis here. You want to catch it while it's live. YouTube isn't great at notifying, but if you do take yourself inside of this 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐺 Gold Telegram channel, linked in the description, you will be able to get some more updates from us and things like that around the clock. Enter.brofi.com. That's where the value is. That's where you get direct access to me to cover the markets, cover the charts, VIP live streams. Group's already up. We've got about 23 in here right now. It's still small, so definitely not crowded. Definitely not, you know, going to be difficult for us to be able to kind of communicate and things like that, which is so nice. Because it won't stay like that forever, so it's nice while it's there. It's being massively manipulated by Binance and exchanges. Big money on retail isn't even selling. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. Look at sentiment. I mean, you're saying it's being manipulated, okay, but who's selling? Do you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. People are giving up. People are giving up. It's a very depressed time in this market. It's a really depressed point for this market. People are definitely giving up. Whew, stop the treadmill there. That was 2.4 kilometers. I was going to go for 2.5, but I was like, nah. I already told myself I was going to stop at 2 kilometers. It's not too far, to be honest. Just but we'll probably be wrapping this stream up relatively soon as well. Although, to be fair, we did just see Bitcoin break up right there, and it's already accelerating. Look at that. Look at how accurate that analysis was 2-3 minutes ago. Isn't that cool? But yeah, no reward for us today, or not right now at least. Didn't last too long. Yeah, it's just a lot of like sadness about the market going down. I don't know, guys. Like, you're in crypto. Like, you knew this could happen. You just gotta sit with it now, right? Or not. You don't have to sit with it. And I wouldn't, you know, look, I don't like Binance, by the way. Out of everybody here, I probably like Binance the least, right? I really don't like them. But, I'm not even blaming this on them. You know? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Like, even if Binance was selling, what? Is the crypto industry that fragile? You know, that one exchange wants to sell, so it just underperforms the entire fucking stock market? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin's just going through it right now. I think Bitcoin's going through a little bit of a wealth transfer right now, from the hands of the poor to the hands of the rich. The depressing vibe is a bottom indicator. Absolutely! Nathaniel Richards, completely agree. This depressing vibe is a bottom indicator. Yes, of course. And not only is it so depressing with this vibe, we haven't broken market structure. We've only dropped by 17%. 17%. It's not much. We've only dropped by 17%. 32% drops are commonplace here. So, you know, Bitcoin can even drop by 40%. So I'm not worried. I'm just not. You can't convince me to be worried. Because it's not worrying. That's really all it is. So this is the handshake that everyone's talking about. They're doing the green lines on Trump. So, I don't know. It doesn't look like there's a lot going on here on Twitter. Rate cuts, QT coming to an end, successful Trump-Xi meeting. Meanwhile, Bitcoin dumps and alts make new local lows. Or I'm tired, boss. President Trump announces that the US and China have reached a one-year trade deal on rare earths and critical minerals. In return, the US is cutting tariffs on China, and the one-year agreement will be renegotiated every year. Okay, so, you know, pretty decent outcome. I mean, I think the fact that markets are dumping right now is probably just because any anticipation is gone. But, I mean, that's standard. That's no big deal. That doesn't really mean anything or say anything. Alright guys, I'm probably going to be rounding this one off over here. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. You already know the deal. Make sure you do smash up those likes, subscribe, tick the bell, do all that good stuff. Likes right there. And then, yeah, we'll see you all in the next one. If you want to get inside of BroFi, that's right there. Top of the description, enter.brofi.com. We'll see you there. Thank you all for tuning in. Cheers.